Well, some new studies showing just how important vitamin D is to your health. Researchers in Finland finding low vitamin D levels in children may raise certain heart risks. And a recent study in the journal Neurology finding a link between vitamin D deficiency and an increased risk for Alzheimer's disease. Dr. David Samadi is chair of urology at Lenox Hill Hospital, professor of urology at the Hofstra North Shore LIJ School of Medicine, and a member of the Fox News Medical Aid team.
Mouthful.
It's a lot, but it's good. You need it. You earn those titles, so I need to make sure I say I'm right. Why vitamin D? What's so important about this particular vitamin?
So thank God we have vitamin D because it's probably the most important vitamin out there. You know, we've talked about vitamin B12, all vitamin B complex, but this is actually a hormone. This is not even a vitamin, and it affects our entire body. Whenever you feel like really fatigued, you don't have the energy to move, you don't get enough sun, that's because your vitamin D is really low. The main purpose of this is to build up your calcium, but it has other type of things.
It's good we're talking about this in the dark of winter, because so many of us around the country haven't seen the sun for a long time.
That's
so
true.
I'm curious whether or not the form you get the vitamin D matters, and what's the best way, before we dig into these studies, to get vitamin D efficiently.
What you want is a real active form, which is vitamin D3. Now, I'm with you because I'm always in the operating room. A few years ago, I realized that I'm always tired. It doesn't matter what I eat or exercise and all the good things. And finally, I checked my vitamin D level, and it was low. It was about 25. The normal value should be over 30. We like it to be around 40 to 50. That's ideal. So the best thing is first check your vitamin D and find out exactly what it is, and then you can supply it. Now, in this particular study, they're finding out that low vitamin D can actually lead to atherosclerosis or heart disease. There's no cause and effect. This is just an association that they found out. But look, over the years, you've seen on Sunday House Call how many times we talk about the fact that if your vitamin D is low, can lead to aggressive prostate cancer, diabetes, dementia, Alzheimer. So this is a real hormone that you really need to be aware of.
It was interesting to say that the researchers were looking at vitamin D levels in children, and I just had a baby, and that was one of the things the pediatrician told me, that I must give my infant some vitamin D supplement, which I thought was really interesting. For parents, is there any sort of guideline about giving their children vitamins? Is there a way to take too much vitamin D? Should
Absolutely.
we be worried about
and you
that?
can actually, if you take too much, then you can cause more harm. It can lead to more calcium and kidney stones, etc. So this is actually a good information to have out there, that teenagers should know what their vitamin D levels are. I mean, we never thought about it in that way.
No.
In this particular study, they're finding out that if your vitamin D is low during your teenage years, as you become older and in your adulthood, you can have a higher chance of heart disease. And this is a really brand new news that's coming up. So yes, I think it's good to check your blood test, find out what your vitamin D is, and talk to your doctor and adjust it slowly. Now, recommendation is to get 600 IU per day, and then after 3 months you can check to see what your vitamin D is. I personally take about 2,000 units. I do. I do. You
seem really happy and healthy, so maybe we'll go with that.
It does work. It really does. Now, if you're on sunny areas, make sure that you roll up your sleeve. Your skin has to be exposed, because that's the source where
Do you still get the vitamin D if you wear a lot of sunscreen?
No, that's another reason why we're paying so much attention to vitamin D, because we have gone so much overboard with these skin lotions and melanoma and risk of melanoma. So you want to be careful with this. But I think in the California area and other warm areas, if you're out there 3 times a week, just 10-minute exposure to the sun is going to give you enough vitamin D that's good enough.
That's very interesting. So it depends a little bit about the region. Make sure you get your vitamin D levels checked.
Or you can follow my lead.
That's
Obviously,
right. Just take a bunch of them. I think I might try it. Dr. Samadi, great to see you. Thank you very much. John?